So it's Saturday morning, August 3rd, just after 6:30 in the morning. It is beautiful out right now, quiet and calm, and it's time for us to take an updated tour of the garden. First, we'll start with a wide shot of the garden, and I can compare it to what it was a couple months ago. And then we'll talk about the things that have already been harvested. So this first was onions. We had red and yellow onions in here. It was not a great harvest. About more than half of them were rotten when we harvested them, so that kind of sucks. But we're going to replant some stuff in there and utilize the end of the growing season. Then over here we also had some green beans that we just picked that turned into a really good harvest. Was able to preserve about 14 quarts of green beans from that. Have some spinach here that's still hanging on. Haven't really been picking it or eating it that much, but it's there, it's still growing. Had cabbage in these buckets. I have some more seeds started so that I could replant some cabbage in the buckets. Have jalapenos over here that are, I don't know, they're doing okay. They look all right. A couple of them going, and then there's a few of them over here. I thought this jalapeno plant was going to die, but it's hung on and got a few plants going. Then I got a really ugly cauliflower here that I've just kind of let go that needs to get pulled out. I've got some broccoli that has been growing, and I let it go to flower just to see what it was because I've never seen broccoli flower like that before. So I wanted to see how that looked. Then I have the purple broccoli here, which this one seems like it's doing okay. Doesn't seem like it's going to get any broccoli yet. Maybe that is right there. But then this one is just huge, and I don't see any signs of broccoli coming anywhere. It's crazy. It's crazy how big it is compared to the other one next to it. There's the little guy, and there's the big guy that's just growing like crazy. Then over next to the broccoli, I still have some potatoes in the ground. I've picked about half of the potatoes. They are doing pretty good. There's a couple of them sticking up through the top. I better get those harvested. Oh, there's one there that needs to get pulled out, so I'll probably do that today. Next to the potatoes is a bunch of cucumbers. Need to do some picking here because we got some, oh man, big cucumbers right here. Need to get pulled out. And then next to the cucumbers is zucchini. Holy crap. Look at the size of that sucker. Look at that compared to my arm. Holy smokes. That sucker's huge. Look at the size of this zucchini. Holy crap. This zucchini is massive. There's more zucchini in here that needs to get picked. Got plenty of zucchini, that's for sure. The rest of the cucumbers look good. See if there's any in here. Ooh, there's a big cucumber right there. Need to do some picking today. And then here's my wonderful strawberry beds that just are weeds. That's just all weeds right now. I've let the weeds go crazy. There are some strawberries in here that look to be doing a little bit of growth. Oh man, look at that. I better pull some weeds. It's already sprouted a new one. It looks like there's another one over there. Oh man, I better get the weeds pulled out of here. Let's take a look at the artichokes. Artichokes seem to be doing pretty good. I've never really seen an artichoke grow in person, so I don't know if this is good or bad. It looks good. They look healthy. Take a look at them from back here. Then the asparagus beans have yet to put out a bean. They're growing up the vine, which is great. So that looks really cool. They're flowering a little bit, but I don't see any beans anywhere. Next to the asparagus beans are the watermelon that have just totally taken over this whole space. It's crazy how much it's grown. Got some really good sized watermelon here. Got a small one. These are the crimson red variety. There's another one in there. Then back here in the back of the garden. Oh, that's gross. That's rotten. That can get thrown out. That's too bad. And over here is another watermelon. Looks to be pretty good size. These are the snake, some kind of snake variety. Got a few of those growing. Ooh, pretty good size one right there. And then next to the watermelon is some cantaloupe. I got a lot of cantaloupe coming in here. A whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them over here. A whole bunch of them over there. The cantaloupe are doing great. And then next to the cantaloupe is some carrots and some beets. Need to pick beets today probably too. There's Chioggia beets and just regular Detroit red beets that need to get pulled. Everything's growing really, really well. Probably should have done a better job thinning everything out this year. The carrots, I was in here thinning things out yesterday or 2 days ago, and they're coming along. They look really good. Some of them got great roots on them. Look good here. Got a great stem. They're not quite ready yet though. Probably need another couple weeks. Next to the carrots are my peppers, green peppers. Doing pretty good. I already harvested quite a few off of these plants. Got 3 green pepper plants here. This stinking squash is taking over again. That one done. Oh, there's another little guy right there. Then my surprise banana peppers. In other videos I've talked about how these were a surprise. I didn't plant them, but they grew anyways. And then I've got a second batch of banana peppers that were a surprise as well. And this winter squash has just totally taken over. It's getting huge, but it's got some fruit on it, which is good. See some bugs getting some bees. And then the last thing to take a look at in the garden is the tomatoes. The tomatoes are just out of control. Plenty of growth. I'm definitely going to do some different things next year with better tomato cages, because the ones that I have just ain't cutting it. So on the end here are black cherry tomatoes. They have more of a darker color to them. They taste pretty good. There's plenty of those in there. And next to the black cherry ones are either super sweet or a cherry baby tomato. I have 2 of those. And next to those are the opposite. Whatever that one's not, that's what this one is super sweet or cherry baby. And then what I have decided is my favorite cherry tomato that I've planted this year is a honeycomb variety. So they're orange. They stay this orange color. And I just, for whatever reason, like the flavor of these better than all the rest. So I will definitely grow more of these next year. Then this is the tomato plant from my dad. In previous videos I've talked about that. Oh man, got to do a harvest on these today. Next to that is a bunch of Roma tomatoes that are getting ready, that are ripening right now. I'm about to have a whole bunch of Roma tomatoes going out of control. I got 4 plants of Romas. Yep. About to go nuts there. Then, delicious tomatoes. These suckers are huge. They're getting so big. That is a good looking tomato right there. And that's not even the biggest one. Plenty more coming. Around here is the biggest one, which is right here. This sucker is huge. Huge. Just massive tomato. So everything looks really good for beginning of August. I'm happy with what I've been able to get out of the garden so far, what I've harvested so far. It's going to be a busy day today because, as you can see, I got a lot of harvesting to do. A lot of stuff is ready to be picked. So I'm going to be doing that and preserving more of the food so that I can continue to feed my family with the food that we're growing. That was the whole point of having a garden anyways. And then one last thing before we check out here is we got to take a look at my onion ring and an updated view of where those are at. So this is the one saving grace to my onion debacle of losing over half my onions, is I had a whole nother section of yellow onions growing that seemed to be doing fantastic here. Look really good inside an old fire pit, which I call my onion ring. So that's it for the beginning of August tour of the garden, updated tour. I will update you some more as the garden progresses and finishes out the season. But for right now, I got some picking to do. So I'll see you in the next video.